YouTube, what is going on, guys? Thank you guys for checking out another video. Today we're going to be covering someone who I think is going to inspire you guys. I didn't even know you could do this with stocks until this year. I've been more so focused on my own businesses, small businesses, but also trying to build a company and scale it as well. So some of you guys may know my story, some of you guys may not. That's okay. If you're new to the channel, do subscribe. We'll get to that in the future. But today I want to focus on a trader. His name is Chris Camillo, I believe. And man, I've been almost obsessed with their YouTube channel over at Dumb Money. And I've traded in the past here and there. I've done Forex in the past, but I never really put money into stocks because I always felt like the money I had, I'd get better returns in the businesses that I was building, which is still true. But because of this channel, it's kind of made me interested and want to try things from experience. And I got to tell you, by watching this channel, Dumb Money, and trying out a thing called a strategy he calls social arbitrage. Okay, I've actually made money. Like I made a decent chunk of change just this month, and I'm talking about like somebody's full-time income. So it's very interesting. It's something that I want to share with you guys. I don't recommend it. This is just something me sharing my experiences and the things that I'm learning. I'm not a financial advisor, but nonetheless, man, let's check out Chris Camillo. We're gonna watch a video real quick here that will kind of break down, I think, a little bit of his story. But if it doesn't, we'll do a deeper dive.
Making millions in the markets may be easier than you think, at least according to our next guest.
Someone who calls himself an amateur investor. He hit the jackpot.
Joining us now, the guy who did it, Chris Camillo. Tell us how you put that money to work.
Mission control. We have
Guys,
We're three friends.
real quick, he turned $20,000 into 20 million. 20,000 into 20 million. Watch the story, and I'll cover some things that they might have left out because it's a short clip.
Who turned $30,000 into $30 million using nothing more
30,000
than Twitter and
into
a zero
30 million.
commission trading account.
We look for real-world trends or changes in consumer behavior that might be tied to a public company.
But why are they sexier, Gabe? This is about selling merch.
We try to validate what we're seeing as real on Twitter or Google Trends, or
Is that a Dunkin' Donuts branded Charlie mask?
talking to people who actually work at the company,
Why are they selling out?
whatever it takes. And when we find something that we're fairly sure will impact the company's stock that hasn't yet made its way into the Wall Street Journal, we make a big investment. It makes me want to dance.
The truth is, financially minded professional investors actually lack the social intelligence and observational awareness skills that you have to gain an edge in today's
That
market.
tweet right there is like, TikTok makes me want to roller skate and skateboard.
It's that simple. Anybody can do it.
Now let's look at what people are searching for. What's the one thing that we love on a G-Trends chart?
Sustained spike.
We're always using our social edge to hunt for the next big trade. Sometimes we find it, sometimes a member of our community finds it. Either way, we all win.
And by the way, our Discord was all over this, so kudos to them.
So a couple things there. Notice they pay attention to social trends, things that are happening on Twitter that are getting popular, Google Trends, and what they're looking for is sustained spikes on Google Trends or any social platform that they can get an edge and see some trends that are coming along. It's interesting because I was kind of doing the same thing, but I'm doing it just kind of like in the barbershop. So I'm co-owner, co-founder of a few companies. One's a SaaS startup. Another one is Tomb 45, which is our biggest company. Their barber products are distributed all over the world, and a chain of barbershops here in the Tampa Bay, Florida area. And when I'm in the barbershops, I can kind of sense conversations and things that are trending, like air fryers and Crocs and things of that nature. And then you go and you check Google Trends to kind of see if there's if it's not just a local thing or just a barbershop thing, is there really like a sustained spike going on with that topic? And so you're looking for terms or words that you can put into Google Trends and see if it's really a hot topic, and is there a a potential opportunity. So like in the minute and 30 that we watched, they talked about these TikTokers that were skating and all these viral videos about skating. Is there a company or some potential play in the stock market that you can take a position in that'll be profitable before those guys in suit and ties, those guys in Wall Street, the media, the like Wall Street Journal realizes it? It's interesting because one of the trades that he took that really piqued my interest was when slime was really a popular thing, and he thought to himself, yo, the main ingredient is Elmer's. So he found out who owns Elmer's glue, and in most cases, Elmer's glue would barely move the needle for a company as large as the company that owns Elmer's. But it was so viral, it was such a big deal that the CEO, and this is something I heard from Chris, that the CEO of the company actually mentioned, yo, we're seeing a serious spike in sales with Elmer's glue. So when Chris heard that, he's thinking, oh, that confirms everything I was thinking. And even the CEO of the company doesn't even know what's going on. So I know I'm in early. Took the trade, and that was like he said he made like something like $4 million just off of that trade. Let's continue.
We want to democratize investing and financial independence for every person on earth.
Our goal is to give people a new way of thinking about investing and help level the playing field for everyday investors.
The so-called smart money, the suits who work on Wall Street, use the phrase dumb money when referring to people like us.
They want us to think that they are the only ones qualified to handle our money.
They think they're the only ones smart enough to invest. We're here to prove them wrong.
We are dumb money.
We are dumb money.
We are dumb money.
That's all I need to know, guys. I'm purchasing more right now.
So for me, it's a really cool strategy because I'm a person who's busy. I don't have time to create a side hustle that takes away from the current things that I'm already focused on. And so doing Forex and day trading and even swing trading, it's one of those things where I don't want to do that. I don't have time for it. But if I got a little extra cash and I see a social arbitrage trade that I'm going to hold for 6 months, a year, 2 years, that's worth it. What really piqued my interest, and I checked out this book called, hold on one second, let me check it. Yeah, this is it right here, Unknown Market Wizards. And Chris has a chapter in this book, and this is a good book. I would check it out. Maybe I'll put a link in the description. I actually did the audio book. And Chris has a chapter in this book where he really kind of breaks down and tells his story, how he went from 30K to 30 million. And he says that most of the time he's trading 5 trades a year maybe. But he's almost like Warren Buffett, except in Warren Buffett, he's doing value investing. He's looking for a company that has a lot of value, right? And what Chris is doing is he's doing social arbitrage. He doesn't even look at the prices, guys. He doesn't even look at the prices. He could care less. He just wants confirmation that there's some type of trend going on, and he knows it before the guys in suit and ties know it. To me, it's genius. And so I thought to myself, I should try this out. And so I'm not sharing this to kind of brag to you, but I'm only sharing this. It's not a huge amount of money, but it's impressive that in 1 month using their strategy, I was able to turn $10,000 into $15,000. And this is my Robinhood account, and I can show you guys some of the trades that I did. But this is 1 month. You guys can see the 1 month chart, and we're at $4,987. Before the market closed today, it was at like $5,500. So something happened there. But anyways, these are a few of the trades that I did. One of the big trades that I did that was good was Celsius. So I bought Celsius at like $24, something crazy like that. And the reason why I traded Celsius was because I like to work out. I go to Smoothie King almost every morning And one of the things that I always buy with my smoothie is a Celsius, because I drink my smoothie. That's my first meal. And then I want some energy after that, or they have a bunch of different ones. But what I liked about Celsius is that it was smooth. They have non-carbonated drinks, sugar-free, and it just didn't give me the jitters that the other energy drinks gave me. Then I started noticing GNC's carrying them. Then I started noticing Racetrack and all these gas stations. Every gas station I'm going to is carrying them. And I think to myself, where's this company at? And it's in Florida. And then I start hearing from my friends and from my followers on my other YouTube channel that Celsius is blowing up in places like New York City and stuff. So I look up to see if they're a publicly traded company, and they are. And I also see that earnings was coming up in just a couple weeks. I knew they were going to kill earnings, whatever it was. It didn't matter. Didn't care what the price was. I bought the stock, and it went up to like 30. Look, it's at, hold on real quick. It's at $33.82. This is probably in less than a month. Let's look at the stock. This is probably, look, in a month, it's up 58.66%. It went up $12.43 in 1 month. If you would have had 1,000 shares of this stock, think about how much money you would have made. Okay. That was my first trade. My second trade, let me see where my second trade was. All right, this is my second trade, and it's Crocs. Okay, I bought Crocs for $51, I want to say. It went up to, I think at its peak, it went up to, no, this is a day chart. Let's go to the 1 month chart. November 9th, yeah, 58, 59, around there. Okay, I sold that trade. Made some decent money off of that as well. This is all within the last month, okay? All right, and then here you can see some of the stocks that I'm holding. I'm holding Tesla. Tesla, you already know, has been killing it. Earlier today, it was at like 508. That's why I was at like $5,500. NEO, I have a few shares of NEO. Win, I got Win at $75 or something like that, and look where it's at. That's crazy. And that was earlier this month. This was a stock that was given to me for free. If you sign up for Robinhood, use my link. We both get free stocks. Xpeng is a big one. I got this one at like 20 something. No, this one was at like $33, I think. Look where it's at. It's at 47. I have almost 150 shares here. Spirit, this is a stock I've made 1.67% on, but and I think this is just a day. This is for the day. But I will say this about this stock. This stock is kind of a vaccine trade for me. I'm hoping the markets open back up. You know, I have 150 shares of it, and we'll see where that goes. Lee is something I just traded because I'm trading NEO and Xpeng, and Lee's earnings were coming, and I've made some money off of that as well. And then Genius is something that I heard in the barbershop the guys were talking about, and I kind of regret buying it, but it's not a lot of money. It's like $500 I put into Genius, but I didn't do any research. I was listening to what the guys at the shop were saying about the company. They really liked it, and so I figured it's $1.18. It's a penny stock. I'm okay with losing $500. It's all good. And then this last one here. Whoops. Hold on, real quick. This was another stock that was given to me. But all in all, Croc was a social arbitrage trade. Celsius was one as well. Honestly, NEO and Xpeng and Lee, kind of a social arbitrage trade as well, because everybody on YouTube is talking about these stocks. Everyone's talking about them. Now, I so happen to also believe in these companies. After doing some research in the companies, I actually like them. I just made a video. My last video on this channel was about those four companies: Tesla, NEO, Xpeng, and Lee. And I actually like the companies, so I'm gonna hold those. I'm gonna hold that stock and probably add on to those stocks on a monthly basis. That's probably what I'm gonna do with those, because I do believe that they're gonna grow exponentially in the next couple years. Now, the one thing I will say is, if you're in a high tax bracket, you don't really I don't really want to sell these stocks so much. If I do, okay, I'm gonna get hit at like the highest tax rate, but these big ones these big companies that I actually believe in, I'm gonna try to hold for a couple years, few years, and see where they go. These aren't the only stocks that I have, but this is an account that I created with $10,000 just to try out the social arbitrage. I also have other brokerage accounts, and I also have an M1 Finance account. I love M1 Finance, but this particular account is just me trying out Chris Camille's strategy, and so far we're up almost 50% in 1 month. I know, guys, it's probably not going to be something that I could sustain, but Chris Camille did say for the last 15 years, and in order to get into that book, just so you guys know, the author wants to see at least 10 years, wants to go back, be able to go back at least 10 years of you being profit, 10 years straight, because he wants to know, he wants to use people in his book that have kind of proven they've made a living trading stocks. And Chris Camille can go back 15 years where he's been 80% returns for 15 years, 80% returns. So honestly, I'm not doing as good as Chris, but I'm doing pretty damn good. We'll see if I can keep this up. I'll update you guys on this account on a monthly basis, or maybe a bi-weekly basis. I don't know. If there's a big jump or a big change, I'll update you guys. But all in all, man, yeah, this is my Robinhood account. Again, I'll keep updating you guys about that. And I think that's good for this video. I think we covered a bunch of it. I definitely recommend you guys check out that book I was telling you about, and check out Dumb Money. I'll put a link in the description below for both. And Robinhood, if you want to sign up, we both get a free stock. Link is in the description below. Love y'all. See you on the next video.